Hey there, everybody. Eric Chessen, founder of Autism Fitness, leading the movement for movement. And of course, as always, if you are ready or if you are almost ready, it means you're ready to become an Autism Fitness Certified Pro. Whether you are, let's go through the list, a BCBA, an RBT, an OT, PT, a speech pathologist or SLP, a parent or family member, a fitness trainer, did I say physical and occupational therapist? Probably already did. Adapted PE professional, special educator, anybody working with the autism or neuroadaptive population who wants to bring fitness into your programs to make a tremendous difference in the physical, adaptive, cognitive as it relates to movement abilities in those individuals' lives, regardless of age or ability level, and wherever you are in the world, from Seattle to Singapore to Saskatchewan to Sea Isle. I forgot where that was. Anyway, it is time for you to become an Autism Fitness Certified Pro. You can click the link in the description below that will take you to the level 1 certification page, and you can register and begin your journey and then meet me either in person or virtually for your full day, hands-on, brains-on, feet-on practical. So today in this Tuesday training, what we're going to be discussing and viewing is, in addition to the exercises, we know that motivation and reinforcement is a big deal and a big consideration and often a big challenge for our autism and neuroadaptive athletes. And sometimes we have to do things just a little bit differently in order to sustain attention, focus, and best performance of an athlete. And one of the most important things that we can do with any of our athletes is developing a positive relationship, a good rapport, and our mantra in Autism Fitness is meeting the athlete where they are at right now, and that means physically, adaptively, and cognitively. Hence, that was the reasoning behind the PAC profile method. And of course, you get that in the level 1 certification. So as I introduce this video to you of my guy Andrew doing some squats here, the squats look really good. He is clearly adept at this exercise. He's doing it at typically a more advanced level of performance than many of our athletes who are squatting just to parallel on a box or a little bit above. He's getting below. He's breaking parallel. His form is great. And this is where we have interaction between physical and adaptive. And this is something that, again, you get in the level 1 certification. We have an interaction between the physical and adaptive. What do I mean by that? The physical performance is there. However, we always want to sustain the athlete's motivation and focus to perform the exercise. So in this case, instead of counting in numbers, as we would in most cases when we're keeping track of repetitions, we are counting in bagoks. So 1 bagok per repetition. Here's how it sounds and how it looks.
We're counting in bagoks today. Bagok.
So 2 things that make it completely worth it right there. Thing number 1 is he is thrilled that I am counting in bagoks. And thing number 2 is that the form looks really good. He's focused. He's staying with the same form the entire time. And that means set 3 right there. So it's always important to consider all 3 areas of ability: the physical, the adaptive, and the cognitive. What is the current level of performance for this particular exercise? What is going to keep that athlete motivated? And how are we coaching and cueing so that the athlete understands the expectation and has as much or as little support as they need in order to perform the exercise to their best current ability level? Those are the questions that have to be asked and answered if we're going to have a program that is meaningful and that has the outcomes that our athletes deserve. In this case, all I had to do was add a bagok. In a couple weeks, it'll be a different animal noise to this squat, And we get, again, I'll play it one more time because it's valuable, this awesome squat form. All right. So key takeaway here is it's not about necessarily choosing a bunch of different exercises for each athlete. As you probably know, if you've watched these videos, all of our autism fitness athletes squat, right? The depth or height to which they squat, whether they are being loaded with an extra weight or unloaded, that's all going to depend on the physical factors, right? Some are going to be different than other, but they're all doing the same movement pattern. However, we individualize because we're developing these relationships with our athletes and we know what is going to incentivize them. In this case, it's a bagok. In your case, it might be some type of lizard noise, perhaps a pterodactyl, maybe even a squid. I don't know what a squid sounds like, but if it motivates your athlete, it's probably important to find out. Or we can make up what a squid sounds like. This is not something that we're going to implement for every athlete. So this is not the concept of how do we add animal noises to every, that's not the takeaway. The takeaway is how do we individualize it so the athlete feels appreciated and they feel entertained as well. It's not about saying, oh, we only need animal noises. We don't. But in this particular case, certainly works. So think about this with reference to your athletes. Where can you add in some individualized properties to their programming to enhance their experience and get better performance? I'm Eric Chessen, founder of Autism Fitness, leading the movement for movement. Like, subscribe, share this with people who might benefit from it, and I will see you at your Level 1 certification live practical, whether in person or virtually. Either way, we'll get it done so that you can have the training that you and your athletes deserve. Thanks for watching.